Okay, so do any of you remember these things? The squishy little thingamajigs locked away in your hazy childhood memories? Because these silly bags of colored water filled with random little guys have some sort of Mandela-like effect going on with anybody that grew up in the early 2000s. Every single time I show someone a picture of these, they always have that same reaction of just, oh my god, I unlocked so many childhood memories! And it's always a really vague one of playing with them as a kid, being incredibly confused on what they're even supposed to do, never learning what it's even called, and then permanently forgetting about it as it fades into obscurity. And it even happens to me. Like, every once in a while, I just randomly remember them out of nowhere, and I'm always like, oh yeah, those were kinda cool. Instantly forgets about it and moves on. It's just such a weirdly obscure product of early 2000s nostalgia that's so confusing to me. How did so many of us have the same collective shared memories of playing with them, only to completely forget about it? We all remember the PE gym scooters, scented erasers, pencil grips, slinkies, and more, yet these ones are always forgotten. Even on BuzzFeed Nostalgia Top 20 list, they're literally listed as whatever these things were called. So the other day when I had my usual, oh wow, those were kinda cool moments, instead of instantly forgetting about it as usual, I decided to revisit my childhood and do some research to finally answer my burning questions. What actually are these doohickeys? What are they even called, and how many versions are there? So I decided to make an entire YouTube video fully dedicated to just these silly bags of colored water. And that's the video you're watching right now, so let's get into it. First off, these scallywags actually go by a few different names, and that's because they aren't actually owned by one singular brand, so literally any company can make them and call them whatever they want. They've been called slippery snakes, water snakes, or even magic wigglers, but the most common and widely accepted name is water wigglers, so I'll be calling them that for the rest of the video. I think the multiple names and lack of any cohesive branding absolutely added to the confusion and forgetfulness of them. I also wanted to know more about what the general opinions of these goobers are, so I made a YouTube community post asking you guys what you think. 1 out of 10, doesn't taste good, almost died. I don't know why, but I want to eat one. Loved drinking the liquid out of these. One time I was playing with one while watching a show and it burst. For some reason, I have never seen that much water in my life. Literal tsunami in the living room. Cool toy. I had a blue one with penguins when I was a kid and then I popped it. RIP. Extremely fun and silly. I had one with little orcas in it, but it leaked. I got one in a toy shop, but played with it too hard and it popped. I got sad because I always had wanted one. I was chewing on one of them things when I was a kid, and it exploded all those plastic fish juices all over me in my bed, and I got scared my mom would get mad at me, so I threw it out the window. What the frick? I had a bunch of them when I was little, but they never lasted even a day because I kept biting them and they would break. Stop eating them! Why does everyone want to eat them? I don't even know what this guy is on about, but honestly, I think he has a point. Got stopped at an airplane terminal because of one. How? Why? One time I got one stuck on my arm and it was suffocating my hand, so I had to cut it off. Wait, cut off the toy or your hand? Please specify? Also, suffocating your hand? What does that even mean? Okay, that's enough comments for now. Off to the basement, you people are insane. All I really gathered from all that is 1, everybody wants to freaking eat them, and 2, most of the memories were specifically about them breaking or leaking, which is definitely not a good sign. Okay, but what's the actual point of water wigglers? At first glance, you might think it's just a normal squishy stress ball sort of thing, but they're actually completely different. The actual gimmick is that whenever you try to pick it up, it just goes inside out and slips out of your hand. Hence the alternate names of slippery snake. And after buying some and playing with them, they're actually a pretty fun fidget toy. It's just so funny how they're constantly wiggling around and slipping out of your hand. And next for the history of these goobers, I honestly couldn't find anything. These things are so underdocumented and forgotten that after so much searching, I couldn't find anything about who or what company even came up with them. And with how simple they are to produce, there's an insane amount of random companies cheaply mass producing them to this day. Which brings us to my favorite part, the theming. Personally, I'm obsessed with anything that has to do with theming. If an item has multiple different versions to choose from, all the little neurons start firing off in my brain. And the water wigglers are absolutely pressing all the buttons in my empty little head. They're just so silly. There's just so many of them being produced all around the world with different colors and random little guys floating around, so I quickly became obsessed with trying to find out which ones were my favorite. So for the next part of the video, I ended up buying a bunch of random water wigglers so we can set up the ultimate water wiggler tier list and find out once and for all which ones are actually my favorite. The tiers are Legendary Tier, Wiggly Jiggly, tier, it's kinda cool, and whatever tier. First off, let's start it off simple with a default plain glitter one. It's still a silly water wiggler with all the slipping around action you'd expect, but the plain color is just so much lamer compared to the ones we'll look at later.
Water wiggler, or so-called water snakes.
That's already we're not... Okay, so this came in a pack of 4, so I have a bunch of them. And they're the glitter ones, and I can't pick them up because they're so slippery. Honestly, now that I'm holding these, I understand why all the comments wanted to eat them so bad. We just... That was so good! This is fire! It looks so pretty behind the lamp.
Oh my god, look at that.
So pretty. It's just a default one, so let's go ahead and shove it in the whatever tier. Next up, we're getting a little funkier. A little more radioactive, if you know what I mean. The glow-in-the-dark water wiggler. These ones look like they taste even better than the last one.
It's
oh my
actually
god.
juice.
Kool-Aid, lemonade, pink lemonade.
Oh my god.
I love radioactive goop.
Battery acid.
No, don't take him from me. Don't take him. Don't. Okay, well, it's glow in the dark, so like we need to test that out. Okay, look how aesthetic this is with the fish tank lamp. I'm gonna turn it off. We're gonna see if it glows. But it don't freaking glow at all.
A little bit.
Hold on, I have an idea. I have a UV light.
Oh, now it's going.
That's so radioactive.
It's a nuclear fuel rod.
Yummy! This is my favorite meal.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna charge up the radiation.
Wow. Wait, that's so cool.
It looks like bioluminescent creatures in there.
This is about to be so tasty. The fuel rod.
The glow-in-the-dark doesn't last very long. Okay, so they are really cool, but there's nothing in it. And when are you ever gonna be playing with this in the dark? I'll do it's kind of cool tier. This is only it's kind of cool tier because we have a UV light. If we didn't have this, it would be like the worst tier. Next, let's talk about the water wigglers that actually have a theme going on. And the best type of theming these things can possibly have are the sea creature water wigglers. These ones are easily my favorite because they just feel like playing with a wiggly fish tank, and they're also the ones that look the most Fruitiger arrow. First up, we got the classic and iconic clownfish water wiggler. These are the ones I usually see the most often, probably because clownfish are just so cute. The blue one is easily the best because it literally looks like the ocean, but the alternate colors are still pretty silly too, so they're going right up in the legendary tier. We also got the dolphin wigglers, which are also quite aesthetically pleasing. The dolphins are swimming in the blue Gatorade. Yeah. The actual dolphins look so funny. He's so dumb looking. They look so flabbergasted. They will be stuck in this wiggly prison forever. Oh, let me like grab one. I got him. I got him. I got the dolphin. This one's so cute. The dolphins are very silly too, so I'll be dropping them into wiggly jiggly tier. We also got the shark water wigglers, and normally I would be terrified of these little sharks getting ready to bite off my fingers, but the actual sharks in it are just so stupid looking. Look how dumb the sharks look.
Wait, what the hell? They're goblin sharks. Polygon Donut, put up an image of goblin sharks on the screen, please.
Actually,
Wait, this one has a lot of glitter in it. Look at this part. Stop taking it from me. Wait, his nose is actually trying to break it.
Oh my god, he's gonna break out.
His nose was actually so close to piercing the plastic. Comment down below if you love sharks. Sharks are awesome.
That's not a tier. You have to give it a tier.
I'm gonna give a tier in a second.
You have to give it a tier.
How about wiggly jiggly tier?
What?
Shivi doesn't even know what the tiers are, so that probably sounds really weird on a
Sounds about
podcast.
right.
It is wiggly jiggly tier. Trust me, Shivi, it makes perfect sense. Comment down below if that makes perfect sense.
Comment down below if I should kill.
Next we got my favorite brainless goobers, the jellyfish. I don't know about you guys, but personally, I relate very heavily to jellyfish, because they just be floating around with literally no thoughts. Like, genuinely, they are not capable of thoughts. They literally don't have a brain. Just like me!
this is my favorite.
And now we got the jellyfish. Let me just pick it up. Let me just...
Pick it up and show everyone. Come on.
Let me pick it up and show everyone.
Pick it up and show everyone. Come on.
This one's so pretty. I love this one. Out of all the water wigglers I bought for this video, this is the slipperiest one. It is so difficult to hold on to it.
I can confirm. Here, give me it. If I like just... Oh.
Look closely at the jellyfish. They are so pretty. Like all the little goobers going everywhere. They're like real jellyfish in there. This is definitely one of my favorite ones.
Loves it.
I guess we can also count penguins as sea creatures because they do be diving pretty freaking deep into the ocean sometimes. And these penguins in particular are just straight up Pingu's long lost cousins. Just look at their freaking eyes. These goobers are literally related. I'm not insane, I swear. There's also a polar bear water wiggler, and they be swimming sometimes too, so I'll let it slide for now. Although this polar bear is just sitting down while it's underwater, which is kind of weird. I'll just put both of these into it's kind of cool tier. And now for the internet's favorite sea creature, the axolotl. As much as I love axolotls, the pattern on the plastic is pretty annoying and unimmersive to my aquarium vibe. And most of them come in a random color instead of blue. As you can see, I got a pink one and not a blue one. If it was a blue one, it would look more like water, but the pink one is silly too. But yeah, they're axolotls. I love this one. Hold on, let's get a close-up of the little silly guys in there.
They're very boss the bullshit.
Let me grab one. I grabbed it. Get a close-up of his face.
He's
So Portuguese. Yeah, the print is kind of nice. It's cute. I think, you know what, I've changed my mind. I like the little print. Honestly, I've kind of changed my mind on the pattern and color. I actually love this one so much. The axolotls are silly, the pattern is cute, legendary tier, why not? So apparently when the movie Finding Dory released in 2016, they actually made a Finding Dory branded water wiggler. This is the first time I've ever seen a water wiggler actually branded with an IP, which is pretty cool. Although it's insanely rare now, so the only photos of it online are from this article by Dan the Pixar fan. It's also the only time I've ever seen them referred to as a water slide, which is probably the dumbest name you could use, because, you know. Anyways, from the pictures, I can see that there's some branding printed onto the plastic, and then untextured characters floating around inside. The characters being blank color pieces of plastic is pretty underwhelming, and the big ol' PNG pasted on top is a little weird too. I like that it's Finding Dory themed, but it could have been executed way better, so I'll just drop it into it's kinda cool tier. And finally, before we finish off this aquatic section, let's add a few variety ones, such as this one with a bunch of pastel fishies. I don't actually have one to try out, but since there's so many in there, it's probably really fun to watch them all swim around. And the bubbles printed on the plastic is a really nice detail. Also, I love the colors of these goobers. They look like SpongeBob pretty patties. Or not, I might just be freaking stupid. Please comment if you agree, I'm not insane, I swear. Anyways, wiggly jiggly tier. And next there's this one with a bunch of pastel random sea creatures instead of just fish. And honestly, I like this one even more, cause all the little sea creatures are even cuter than the fishies. There's a pink crab, a pink lobster, a turtle, a squid, a seahorse, and even a starfish. And once again, I don't actually have one in real life, but seeing all these little guys swimming around would be so awesome. So this one will go in wiggly jiggly tier too. Now that we're done with all the aquatic themed gooby woobies, let's talk about some other creature themed water wigglers, such as the dinosaur themed ones. Alright, so the one I got just came with 4 of them, which obviously I did not need this many. But yeah, look at the dinosaurs, they're so green. Hold on, let me grab one of the dinosaurs. I got him.
Oh my god.
It's so funny. Dinosaurs are like one of the coolest things to ever come out, so I think I like this one a lot. And look, there's actually different dinosaurs in it. We got Stegosaurus, a Brachiosaurus, a T-Rex, a Triceratops. Damn, they got the whole squad in here. I also like that there's a bunch of little dinosaur prints all over it. It's such a nice detail. As cool as dinosaurs are, the theming of land dinosaurs floating around in green water just doesn't make as much sense as the fish-themed ones. I'll still put it in legendary tier because I absolutely love this one. And next we got this rainforest themed one, which is actually a really creative idea. Rainforest one! This one is so cool. It's similar to the fish themed ones that are like an aquarium, but I guess this time it's like a terrarium instead of an aquarium.
Awesome.
Like terrarium.
Yeah.
There's leaves on the package, sparkly water, and if you look closely enough, there's frogs.
He's actually floating around really funny like. He's like, put a frog on screen.
Hell yeah. Put a frog on screen.
Put a frog there. Put another frog over here. I give this one a wiggly jiggly. I give this one a silly gilly. Hey.
Burrito. Burrito for dog.
Taco for dog.
Forbidden burrito. POV, you are eating the forbidden burrito.
There's also this one with snakes in it, which I just thought was kind of funny because the other name for these is slippery snakes. So it's basically a snake slippery snake. It's kind of lame though, because the theming just doesn't make any sense, and there's no glitter in it either, so it's pretty bland looking. Whatever tier. And next for the creepiest creature water wiggler, we have the Halloween ones with fake spiders in it. And my god, these ones are so freaking creepy. I actually hate them. It's definitely really cool, but personally it's just too gross for me, so I have to drop it in the whatever tier. I'm sorry. But a creepy water wiggler that I do like is the freaking eyeball ones. I actually love these ones so much. They're just so funny looking. The goddamn Eye of Cthulhu looking eye. I really wish I could buy one and show it on camera for you guys, but sadly they aren't in stock anywhere. Anyways, I've always loved eyeball themed Halloween things, like those eyeball chocolates and whatnot, so these are going right up into legendary tier. Next we have a water wiggler themed after my favorite creature, aliens. Normally I'd put these right up at the top of the list too, just because of how much I love aliens. I mean, just look at me, I'm literally an alien too. But sadly, I'm sorely disappointed in these, because it's literally just an alien clip art PNG slapped on an empty water wiggler. There's just straight up nothing in there. No UFOs or little alien guys at all. So as an alien myself, I am disappointed and offended, so I'll be dropping it right down into whatever tier. But speaking of aliens, our next water wiggler is space themed, and I absolutely love this one, because they actually put a bunch of little space thingies in there.
We got the space one. I freaking love this one. We got a planet Earth. I picked up Earth. That's Earth. There's a little space shuttle. There's an astronaut guy floating around. Oh, is this even lore accurate Earth? Wait, it's not. It's just random shapes. Snickers? What do you have to say about this? Huh? I don't know what bro was waffling about, but this one is easily legendary tier. Definitely not your space bias coming in here. I could pick up the Earth. Maybe it's not Earth. Maybe it's like Proxima B. Yeah, it's probably Proxima B. Proxima B. Proxima B. Proxima B. Proxima B. It's like having a little galaxy in your hand, wiggling around the galaxy. Galaxy. Wiggling the entire galaxy. That's hilarious. That was a stupid joke. That's so funny.
And for our next water wiggler, we have the most joyous one of them all, the smiley face.
We got the Glaggle water wiggler. These things are awesome. Such a joyous item straight from the Glaggle Land gift shop. Put a bunch of Glaggles on screen. Put one right there. Right there. Right there. This occasion is so joyous. If there was a real Glaggle Land, these would be in the gift shop. These would sell like hotcakes at Glaggle. These will sell $1 glagillion. $1 glagillion. $1 glagillion. They want to be free so bad. They are eternally imprisoned in the water wiggler. I love how they match my nails. Got the silly nails with the silly wiggler. This goes hard. Feel free to screenshot. This pit goes hard. So we all know legendary tier. Wait, so legendary tier is just legendary tier? Oh, legendary, not giggly wiggly, not glaggly wiggly jiggly tier is below legendary. Yeah, this is a glaggledary tier. Glaggledary. Shut up.
And for the final section, we have a new type of water wiggler that's been popularized recently, the reversible plushy water wigglers. These ones basically have a plush cover instead of transparent plastic, and whenever it slips inside out, it switches between two different designs. And the ugliest ones I could possibly find are these ones called the water tubes. I just love how all of them are horribly stretched JPEGs of animal faces. They're just so goofy looking. Although this one is just horrible. It reminds me of the what companies think is cute versus what is actually cute image. Alright, so I ordered one of the water tubes and they just gave me a completely random one. I can't believe I got the least interesting one. I think it's supposed to be an owl. I was hoping I would get one of the funny stretched JPEGs, but I just got this stupid clip art thing. And it sucks, cause like, look, the other water wigglers, you pick it up and it's like, woo, but this one, you have to like manually do it. Like there's no point in playing with this. So the main issues I have with these is that the plush cover makes it a lot worse at slipping out of your hand, which pretty much removes 90% of the fun with these. And on top of that, the silly colored water with goobers floating around is just replaced with an uninteresting JPEG. So for those reasons, I'm dropping it in the whatever tier. And for the final water wiggler we'll be reviewing, we have another plush wiggler that looks like this. This one is much fluffier and cuter, so I wanted to try it too. And now we got this one. It's so fluffy. Angry. Fluffy. I like this one more, but it still sucks. It's probably still going on the bottom too. I like that they at least made it cute and the two different versions are nice and it's fluffy. Bless you. Did you just sneeze? Cat water wiggler with the actual cat. They look just like each other. Wait, no, like the angry one. Wait, it looks so funny when it's halfway done. It's like an abomination.
All tomorrow's creature be like.
All tomorrow's creature. And now the tier list is finally complete. There's obviously way more out there, but these are the most interesting ones I could find. If you know about any other cool ones that I missed, make sure to let me know in the comments. Also, after looking at all these awesome designs, I decided to make a few of my own design concepts in Photoshop for fun. First, I made the fast food water wiggler, with orange water and some plastic burgers, fries, and soda cups floating inside. And next for dessert, we got the candy water wiggler design, with some pink water and plastic candies floating inside. And finally, with how mad I was about the alien wigglers from earlier, I decided to make my own version. There's green water with narps and UFOs floating inside, and an optional purple version too. These were really fun to make, so if you have any image editing skills of your own, there's some empty water wiggler images on my Twitter for you to edit. Anyways, I'm glad I can shed a light on these forgotten silly toys, so thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and comment about any memories you have with your favorite silly water wigglers. Okay, bye!